Hello everyone. Today's video is dedicated to a query which I have received lately. The query is, what is the difference between LETS, let's, and LET apostrophe S, means let's and let's. So let's understand this difference today and watch the whole video to get a tip with help of which you will never be wrong. You are always going to use the right let's at the right place. So let's begin today's class. Oh, by the way, this let's should be LET apostrophe S or LETS. That you have to tell me in the comment section. Okay. Firstly, why is there so much confusion between these two words? The confusion is because these both words have the same root word, and that word is let, which means to allow something. So these both words come from the word let, and that's why this confusion is there. Although they come from the same word, they can't be used interchangeably. So what's the difference? First, the word let's without apostrophe. The word let's is a third person singular form of the verb let. Okay, this may sound very confusing, but actually it's not. I'll explain it in simple words. The word let or the word let's means to allow something, to give permission of something. You know, when we allow something or we give permission, we can say, I let you do this. So, this word let's means to permit, to allow. Few examples will help more. Example number 1. My neighbor lets me walk in her garden. Oh, how nice of my neighbor. My neighbor lets me walk in her garden means my neighbor allows me, my neighbor permits me to walk in her garden. Let's take one more example. LETS or LET apostrophe S, that you are going to tell me, right, in the comment section. Example number 2. Our boss lets us work at our own pace. If this is the case, trust me man, you are really lucky. So the sentence is, our boss lets us. Boss allows them to work at their own pace. Okay. Now the word let's with apostrophe. The word let's with apostrophe is actually a contraction. It stands for let us. So when we contract let us, we get let's with apostrophe. Okay. Now, few examples for this also. Example number 1. Let's start the meeting. Simple, isn't it? If I have to write it formally, properly, I will say, let us start the meeting. But in its contracted form, I have written it as, let's start the meeting. One more example. Let's go to the party. Let us go to the party. Okay. Now, there is one very common error which people keep repeating. They say, let's you and I go to the party. So when you are saying let's, it already means us, let us. So there is no need of saying you and I. Okay, then it will be redundant, repetitive. So let's go to the party. Now, as I promised you, tip time. If you want to be sure that which let's should be used where, do one thing. In your mind, use the word allow or permit. Let's take allow. Use the word allow and replace it with either of the let's. If it goes well, if it suits well, Then LETS without apostrophe. LETS, that let's will be the right answer. I'm going back to one example which I have given earlier. My neighbor lets me walk in her garden. So in this example, replace the word lets with allow. My neighbor allows me. Is it right? Is it right? Yes, it sounds right. So here LETS, let's will come. If you also have any query, do let me know. I will definitely going to take it in one of my videos. This is Anushree signing off. Thank you.